Yes. The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Thursday, March 18th goes to Robert Aaron Long and Captain Jay Baker. You know, I thought about being level-headed about this situation. I thought about how can I approach this situation without being emotional, and I've come to the conclusion that I can't. No. It's impossible. If you're not pissed off about these white domestic terrorists, I have to ask, what the hell is wrong with you? Okay, white supremacist violence is and always has been the number one threat to our society. Okay, last year, the Center for Strategic and International Studies said white supremacist groups have carried out a majority of terrorist plots and attacks. 67% of all terrorist plots and attacks in the first 8 months of the year last year were done by white supremacist groups, okay? The Department of Homeland Security, I repeat, the Department of Homeland Security last October said white supremacists remain the deadliest U.S. terror threat. The report said since 2018, white supremacists have conducted more lethal attacks in the U.S. than any other domestic extremist movement. Yet, the media don't act like it. As a black man in this country, I have watched black people be demonized even when we are the victim. Mike Brown, rest in peace, 18 years old. Darren Wilson described him as a demon. That was his exact words. He said verbatim, it, not he, it looked like a demon. Okay, Darren Wilson said he felt like a 5-year-old holding on to Hulk Hogan. Meanwhile, Darren is 6'4", Mike Brown was 6'4", Darren was 210, Mike was 292. Yeah, there was a weight difference. But guess what, Darren? You had a gun, okay? But my point is Mike Brown was demonized. Trayvon Martin, 17-year-old, victim, killed by George Zimmerman. All he had was some Skittles and some iced tea. Zimmerman gunned him down. But at the trial, Zimmerman's legal team portrayed Trayvon Martin as a thug who wore hoodies and gold teeth, showed pictures of him throwing up his middle finger, made him out to be a thug, but he's the one who got killed. But when it's Robert Aaron Long, 21 years old, white man, for some reason, they don't get demonized. In fact, they get something black people never get, not even from our own people, but that's another story. The benefit of the doubt. Let me step back for a second. Hold on, take a sip of my Starbucks. Let me step back for a second and let y'all know what Robert Aaron Long did. Let's go to WXIA NBC 11 for the report, please.
Now to new developments in the deadly spa shooting rampage. The man suspected in the killings will not have a court appearance today. The Cherokee County Clerk of Courts telling us that Robert Aaron Long's court appearance has been canceled. No reason given. Authorities say the 21-year-old confessed to the killings that left 8 people dead and 1 critically injured on Tuesday. The majority of the victims, Asian women. Investigators say Long told them it was not racially motivated and that he saw these businesses as, quote, temptation when it came to his sexual addiction. The shootings taking place at 3 separate spas, 1 in Cherokee County and 2 in Midtown Atlanta.
This man confessed to the killing already, but media still reports him as a suspect. Okay, I was looking at a news report on CNN, updated at 10:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The headline, what we know about Robert Aaron Long, the suspect in Atlanta spa shootings. He's not no damn suspect. He's guilty. You know how we know? Because he told us, okay? But he's white. So when you're white and you have the complexion for the protection, you get protected. Now, I want you to keep in mind how we as black people get demonized in the media. Think about how they described, you know, the Trayvon Martins and Michael Browns of the world. And now listen to Captain Jay Baker describe Robert Aaron Long.
I spoke with investigators, they interviewed him this morning, and they got that impression that, yes, he understood the gravity of it, and he was pretty much fed up and kind of at the end of his rope, and yesterday was a really bad day for him, and this is what he did.
Remorseful?
I'm not going to go to, I don't know if he was remorseful or not.
Yesterday was a really bad day for him. That's how you chalk up the murders of 8 people, that the guy who did it had a bad day. Everybody that listens to me on the regular knows how much I encourage folks to invest in their mental wealth. I want you to be mentally, emotionally, and spiritually strong. I want all of us to acquire the tools and resources to deal with our bad days. Okay, that's why I have a therapist, a sacred purpose coach. That's why I meditate. That's why I work out. I'm saying all that to say all those things enable me to be able to say, F Robert Aaron Long and his so-called bad day. Okay, I've said this a million times and I will say it a million more. Hurt people are hurt people. Okay, but I want all domestic terrorists, all members of Vanilla ISIS, all members of Al Qaeda to remember this. Whenever you feel like you want to hurt others, hurt yourself first. Okay, take yourself out, because the battle you are fighting is internal, not external. So if you get to that breaking point and you don't want to, do what you have to do to get yourself together, don't go taking it out on other folks for no reason. Take yourself out. Start with you. But back to Captain Jay Baker. See, you can't tell me not to fear the police, when I know guys like him are the ones patrolling this country. He said Robert Allen Long just had a bad day. How do you humanize a person who just shot 8 people, including 6 Asian women, and just chalk it up to him having a bad day? We don't get that kind of compassion. We don't get that kind of empathy. And dude had the nerve to call up here this morning and tell me, why do I got to make it a white thing? Why do I have to refer to Robert Allen Long and Captain J. Baker as white? It's because they are, okay? And we have to stop saying things like little white lies, because there's no such thing as a little white lie. The greatest lie the devil ever told was convincing the world he didn't exist. And that is what this white supremacist system is trying to do to us. Convince us that white males are not the problem. Okay? They telling us Robert Allen Long had a sex addiction. He had a bad day. Fine. I want him to get all the mental health help he needs, but he has to get it in prison for the rest of his life. Captain J. Baker. You know why Captain J. Baker's showing so much love for Robert Allen Long? Because on the inside, he enjoys what Robert did. And now Captain J. Baker's under fire, not just for those comments about, Robert having a bad day, but because he made anti-Asian remarks on his Facebook page. Let's go back to WXIA NBC 11 for the report.
Spokesperson for the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office under fire for comments he made during a press conference and an anti-Asian Facebook post. Captain Jay Baker said yesterday that the shooting suspect, Robert Aaron Long, was, quote, pretty much fed up and kind of at the end of his rope, and that Tuesday was a really bad day for him, and this is what he did. Many criticizing his comments as inappropriate and insensitive. Well, after his remarks, screenshots surfaced of a March 2020 Facebook post that prompted anti-Asian T-shirts from his account.
6 women of Asian descent killed. Captain Joe Baker sharing anti-Asian posts on Facebook. He's showing Robert Allen Long all his empathy. You do the math. 1 + 1 equals racism. 2 + 2 equals white supremacy. The square root of cracker is hate, okay? But Captain Jay Baker still got a job. Robert Allen Long got arrested peacefully with no incident. They just say he had a bad day. He got a sex addiction. Man, F those people. F Robert Allen Long. F Captain Joe Baker. F white supremacy. It's us against them. And by us, I mean good versus evil, right versus wrong, God versus Satan. Which side you on? I'm talking to you, white people, okay? So-called allies. All right, as Tamika Mallory said, we don't need allies, we need accomplices. Which side you on? I need you to speak out against this loudly. Draw a line in the sand, white people, okay? Good white people on this side, cracker, racist, bigots, members of Vanilla ISIS on the other, all right? Please let Kathy Griffin give Captain Joe Baker and Robert Allen Long the biggest hee-haw.
Please give this giant jar of mail the biggest hee-haw.
All right.
Which side you on? As Queen Tamika Mallory says, we don't need allies, we need accomplices, okay?
All right.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the Law Office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.